So I'm here for part 3 of the thoughts on the NFL games. I'm going to show you the final 5 Sunday games. 4 from the last 4 from the late window, 2 on the CBS late window, 2 in the Fox late window. Week 13 was a doubleheader week for both stations at the early and late windows. So let's do the Lions Rams. Let's talk about this one. So the Rams give a big win to get for their playoff picture, their playoff push, and they almost knock the Detroit Lions out of playoff positioning. So that is huge. That is huge. That is huge. And now the Rams, no matter what happens, they clinched a playoff spot with this win. And why? How did they clinch a playoff spot? Well, they beat. Well, they cannot get eliminated from playoff position due to them beating the Detroit Lions. They could still be a lower seed. They could still be like a 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed, 6 seed, 7 seed. But they cannot be out of the playoffs. So Jared Goff 25-41, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then we have Matthew Stafford 24, 30, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Jahmyr Gibbs 13 carries, 3 yards. 15 carries, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Another 13 catches, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quinn had 9 catches, 181 yards. So nice games for both players, for their leaders. And you had draft took a sack. Dave Montgomery had 7 carries, 3 yards. Williams had 7 for 134 touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs 4 for 20. Leaf Raymond 1 for 20. And then for the Rams, Matthew Stafford took 2 sacks. The corner had 11%. Windico 2 for 8. Matthew Stafford 1 for 2. Parkinson 5 for 75. On teams 4 for 7. And Devontae Adams had a hamstring injury He got a hamstring injury this game. Allen 3 for 16. 1 for 10 for 1 for 9. Ferguson 1 for 6. And then Jared Goff deep pass will complete to Amon Rusty run for 17 yards. And then Kyren Williams rushed down for 4 yards in the first quarter. The extra points were both good. Jake Bates 24 field goal. And 10-7, that was 10-14. If Kyren Williams rushed took for a touchdown, and each used 6 was good. Then Jared Goff passed short right to complete to Amon Rusty run for yards. Jake Bates touchdown was good for 17-14. And Jared Goff passed deep middle complete to Williams for 31 yards. And touchdown Jake Bates touchdown was good. And this 3-center field goal. And a 4-yard field goal for Migos. And then he said for deep pass rate complete to Parkinson for 26 yards. And he broke the plane, and the plane was uphill. Like Corm, a 11-yard rush, left tackle, touchdown. And then Jake Bates for a field goal, and then Matthew Stafford to see Parkinson for another, and Demon 1-yard touchdown. So a big, huge win for the Los Angeles Rams, as they get a 41-34 win. They almost knock out. You're not guaranteed out. They can still be 11-6 at best. So not eliminated from playoff positioning. But they've got some work to do. They gotta win a few games and hope some other teams lose a few. Possibly. We'll see. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks. They defeat the Indianapolis Colts 18-16. let's see, and they did not kick a or score a touchdown this whole game. They only kicked field goals and they won. And Philip Rivers was a starting quarterback. Looked good, not bad for his first start in since the 2020 season. So he had 2021, 2022 season, 23, 24 seasons, no game. And then Philip Rivers 18, 27, 120 yards. So he came out the practice. He was on the practice squad on for Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the rest of the week. And he ended up becoming on the active roster on like Saturday or whatever. And so he was able to play first Sunday. Philip Rivers 18, 27, 120 yards, a touchdown interception. Jonathan Taylor 25 carries, Eastern. Amir Abdullah 5 catches, 30 yards. He's not like the best on that, but haven't played in a game in 4 years, you thought you were fully retired, and then boom, hey, we'd like to have you, 22 or 36, 27 yards. And he almost won they almost won the game. Zach Charbonnet 8 carries, 3 yards, Jackson Jigba 7 catches, 113 yards. And then he had an intercept. Amir Abdullah 4 carries for 50 yards. Then Michael Pittman 3 catches, 20 yards. Tyler Warren 3 for 19 yards. And then Pierce 1 for 16. And the other 4 for 14. Jones 2 for 13. And then the touchdown receiving into J. Jones. And Sindor took a sack. Caleb Parker 3 9 for 17. Sindor 4 for 5. Then Shaheed 5 for 74. Cooper Cup 4 for 46. J. Marner 3 for 27. Sarah 1 for 9. Caleb Parker 3rd. 1 for 2. Zach Charbonnet and B. Russell with no Richard each and no catch. And then in the game, we had first quarter, big group, 42 field goal, and Myers 46 field goals. Then 55 big group, and Philip Rivers passed to Lance in the extra goal. Then Jacob Myers 53 field goal, and a 46 yard field goal on the third, and a 32 and a 30 yard, then Blake Group with a 60 yard field goal, and then Jacob Myers with a 56 yard field goal. So, let's see if they would have scored a touchdown or could touchdown too. Would have put this game out of really outreach, but it was close though. So can't say nothing though. So it's a good first start for us. The Colts defense really held up, but just couldn't hold up late. Then we have the Green Bay Packers. They fall to the Denver Broncos 34-26. This was a good Sunday afternoon game, a really good one for the Broncos. A nice, big, huge momentum shift win for the Denver Broncos. With this win, they also end up clinching the AFC West. And they don't necessarily clinch the AFC West with 3 to go, but they have a shot to clinch the AFC West, though. And they're guaranteed in the playoffs, so. And then we have Jordan Love was 24, 40, 26 yards, a touchdown, 2 receptions. The next 23 of 34, 3 or 2s, 4 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs 12 carries, 73 yards, a touchdown. Jeffrey 18 catches, 65 yards, a touchdown. And we had Jalen Reed 5 for 55, Corn 7 catches, 130 yards, a touchdown. Jordan Love took 3 sacks. Jordan Love 3 for 29. Brooks 2 for 10. Wilson 2 for 2. And then 1, 3 for 55. Musgrave 4 for 52. Mills 2 for 36. Chris Schwartz 3 for 20. Josh Jacobs 2 for 19. Fitzpatrick 2 for 16. Brooks 1 for 6. And then we also had a few injuries with Christian Watson on the offensive end. We had Michael Parsons on the defensive end. And then 7 for 10. Engineer 1 for 8, 2 for 4. You had T. Franklin 645. Humphrey 342. Mims Jr. 4 for 29. Bandy 1 for 20. And Evan Ingram 1 for 12. Betty 1 for 1. A nice win for the Denver Broncos. They struggled earlier in this game. So the Packers, they were the betting favorites in this game. They were betting favorites. But they ended up, they were 2.5 underdogs. People really think that the Packers are going to win this one. Because, Denver does play somewhat down their opponents. There's games they've not had the best in. I remember the Broncos, they played the Raiders on Thursday football. And Las Vegas had it close to, later in the game. And it was a little bit more out, but still closer, closer than it wanted to be. Then we had minus 53 field goal, and a 26-yard field goal in the second quarter. One extra pass complete to Mbani for 20 yards. Well, it's 6 point. And then another pass to Josh Jacobs for 14 yards. And then we had 6 points. And one extra pass left to complete to Humphrey Friars. And it's the extra point. Mary Mass 3-5 field. And then Josh Jacobs rushed attack 4 yards. And Mary Mass 6 points. And one extra pass rate complete to Gordon Step for 14 yards. And then the touch. And then Bonex 2 to Ringham for 23 yards. And it's a trip. And then Massa to racing for an RB for your experience touchdown and well 6 points. And that's the game. So a nice solid win for the Denver Broncos. They are the first team in the AFC to clinch a playoff spot. And the Rams are the first team in the NFC to clinch up that spot. Thanks to those wins. Now we have the San Francisco 49ers. It was closer at halftime than the San Francisco won over Tennessee. But in the third, they opened up San Francisco and they went 37-24. They were not bad though, 18-29, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad though. He's slowly starting to improve now. Not throwing interceptions, making better plays, so. And then Brock Purdy 23-3, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Lee Pollard 14 runs, 100 yards, touchdown. Christian McCaffrey 22 runs, 73 yards, a touchdown. 4 for 49. Ricky Pierce, a touchdown. Ricky Pearsall 6 for 96. Kim Ward did not take any sacks either. Jerry Spears threw the first. He threw it away. It's good. Then Jerry Spears threw 34. And Van Jefferson 143. Okonkwo 343. Meyer 1 for 17. Big 4 for 17. Tony Pollard 1 for 8. Jerry Spears 2 for 2. And for 49ers. Brock Purdy did take 2 sacks. He had 7 runs for 4 yards. Robinson 9 for 2. And George Clay 8 catches, 8 yards. Ron Jennings 3 for 37. 2 for 36, 2 for 17, 1 for 7. And we had touchdowns in the first quarter, the second quarter. Every quarter for the 49ers. 2 in the third, 1 in the second, 1 in the first, and then field goal in the first quarter. And then a touchdown in the second quarter for the Titans. And then a touchdown in the fourth, 2 touchdowns in the fourth. So, and then 2 field goals in the fourth for San Francisco. So they won 37-10, 24.